All right. This reinforces something that I've been saying since Herman Hulst spoke to their PC strategy. With 10-pole titles earlier this year, everything they do orbits around the console. Let's see what this guy had to say.
So quick to decry new technology as a failure or a flop due to a few bad patches from developers that are known for poor optimization.
No. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, they're known for bad optimization when it's a console and there shouldn't be optimizational issues. The fact that these same developers all having issues with Unreal Engine 5 goes to show that it is a problem with PSSR and it shouldn't be acting that way. Sucks to suck.
First passes are notorious for their rough edges and their growing pains.
So now we wait for the
always
tools.
Goes through this, and Sony is clearly dedicated to console, seeing improvements in this area.
If they're dedicated to console, why are they putting the games on PC? Yeah, my ex, yes.
When you hear what Sony has to say about Project Amethyst and working with AMD.
Oh.
During the new presentation, Sony announced a deeper collaboration with AMD to work on machine learning-based technology.
Drew-B33TS Super Chat $1.99. Brothers sitting on 19 inches of Xbox.
Yep. Phil Spender in the chat says, this motherfucker is real good at talking about nothing. True! They want to see how the bleaching of my asshole went? Absolutely.
For graphics and gameplay. This is a multi-year project codenamed Project Amethyst, but his interview with Digital Foundry made something very clear. His focus is seeing this partnership and project benefit the console. So this is likely aimed at the PlayStation 6. This reinforces something that I've been saying since Herman Hulst spoke to their PC strategy with tentpole titles earlier this year. Everything they do orbits around the console. Even this project with AMD is a console-centric idea from Sony's
Dragonclaw Super Chat
it's
$2.
not.
Heading to Sonic Movie 3 tomorrow with family.
Hey, enjoy Dungeon Claw. Have a good time.
Which is tied to something else he spoke about with Digital Foundry. He was asked about, do they still believe in generational jumps? And they do. Basically, he said that the Pro is a very tightly set...
Rambling Entertained Super
It's
Chat
a mid-gen
$2.
refresh.
We keep waiting for the so-called market disruptor.
Bro. Rambling, I'm still waiting for that market disruptor. You know what I think's going to happen, Rambling? You know what would be the fun... not what I think. You know what would be the funniest thing? The funniest thing would be is if the next Xbox was open source, also had a handheld attached to it as well, was actually powerful. That would be the market disruptor. That would be hilarious. That would be the fucking hilarious thing. Shadowboxing, true. Get the frick out of here.
Centered around GPU device. The improvements were largely focused there. But when it comes to the PS6 or the next generation, there'll be a broader focus. They'll look at everything. The GPU, the CPU, memory, haptics.
Every single time it's the same thing, bro. I don't know why you're talking like you know what you're talking about.
AI when they're forced to learn everything. Estoy cansado jefe.
Bro, estoy cansado también, brother.
Black Cobra Super Chat $2. The PS5 Pro is a $700 demo for the PS6. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong, Black Cobra. They're also going to charge $700 for the PS6. That's what's going to happen. They're going to charge $700 for that fucking console. They totally will. 100%.
Captain_for Super Chat $5.
100%.
The only thing that's getting disrupted here is my friggin' peace of mind.
True, Captain, true. Thank you for the 5. Here's what's going to happen, chat. Book it. Clip it right now. PS6 gets announced, and every fucking clown will be like, oh, it's a 5090. All over again. 5090, it beats a 5090, it competes with a 5090, it'll all be 5090, 5090, 5090, the whole thing. It'll be like, what, this was 33? They'll say something like 65 teraflops of performance at 16-bit. They'll say like 65, something like that, right? Or in the 60s around there for teraflops. Oh, 60 teraflops of performance. They'll say some shit like that.
Mr.
Right?
Litera 1 super chat $2. So is Reforge gonna man up and admit he was wrong?
Of course not. Then they'll be like, oh, with PSSR 2.0, we can have all the ray tracing. So here's what'll happen. Games will now rely more on ray tracing, so you'll still get 30 FPS games because the CPU will still be bottlenecked. It'll be what 9600 comparatively with what AMD offers. So it'll be in the 7700X territory probably, which is what I have, which is a good CPU, but not really for what they're having compared to what you're going to get with the new AM5 chips. So they'll be behind the curve once again. Probably, actually no, the 5600 is what we have in the PS5 right now. So it'll probably be a 7600. Or probably 7600 in terms of CPU. Then they'll have the equivalent GPU of like probably a 4070, actually a 4070 in there, which will probably be pretty good. And they'll rely on ray tracing, so they'll have to do upscaling. You'll still get games at 800p because they're going to do ray tracing. So you're going to have bad ray tracing because it's AMD. You're going to have still low resolution games. You're going to have upscaled on that stuff, and it's going to be $700 fucking dollars. Book it. Fucking book it. Fucking book it. I'm predicting the future. Fucking book it. Book it. Book it. Book it. Book it. The PS6 itself will be a 4070 in terms of performance.
To be fair, Unreal Engine 5 can be used to optimize games if done properly. RoboCop and Driven 2024 remake both use Unreal Engine 5, and those games flawlessly on Steam Deck.
So yeah, Raymond, there's a really great video that a developer made about Unreal Engine 5 and why it's so badly optimized. It's a great watch. Excuse me.
And the like. This somewhat pushes back against predictions that I made about the PS6 having...
This pushes back against the predictions. No, that means you were wrong.
Woden's Throne Super Chat $5. Apparently a Twitter mob got under Player Essence skin about Nintendo exclusives and the failure of the Wii U. He constantly glazes Nintendo.
He does. He does glaze Nintendo. Yes, he absolutely does. Yes.
More of an overlap with the Pro. I still think graphical jumps will be less severe generation to generation.
Bro, they were less severe from PS4 to PS5. What are we talking about?
Going forward, but Sony clearly sees the next generation as something that they will push for broad enhancements on, and it's very likely that Project Amethyst is directly related to the PlayStation 6. So, as I said, the future is bright for the PS5 Pro, the PSSR technology, and the PlayStation 6.
Bro, the amount of dick sucking, the amount of fucking dick sucking.
Crazy Zero Rise Super Chat $5.
2-minute clip.
They will charge $700 because it's going to be 70 flops $1 per teraflops.
The amount of dick sucking in that clip is unheard of, chat.